Okay, Paul. I appreciate your time, but before I let you go, I would like to play a game with you. It's
Okay.
called Blind Ranking.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, so the game is I have the app here. So blind ranking is basically you're gonna be given a task to rank to make a rank from one to
Mhm.
five, one being the
Mhm.
best, five being the worst,
Okay.
and you're gonna give it a name. And the challenge is you're not going to know who comes next. So
Okay.
it's up to you to use your knowledge, to
Okay.
use your experience of arm wrestling to try to make the best ranking possible, given uh, the names that, you know.
So
Uh,
I can I adjust them after you give me another one, or I just got to stick them in a slot?
yeah, so one to five. So will be a topic,
Mhm.
um, a ranking topic, and then you're gonna put them where you think they fit, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. First, actually, the first one is matches, right? So the ranking is the best arm wrestling matches, right?
Okay.
So it's random. I don't know what's gonna come next either. I'm just gonna press it and then see the match.
Okay.
Right? Okay. All right. So the first match is Hermes versus Levon,
Ernie.
2021. Right.
So I'm putting this 1 to 5.
Yeah. So where are you gonna put it?
I'm putting that at 5.
Five. So the best arm wrestling matches will go. This match goes to five.
Yes, this goes to 5. I don't
Okay.
I, I don't I don't put Hermes and Levon as one of the greatest arm wrestling matches because it was over at 4. It was
But
over at
okay.
round.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All right, your
I'll
next
place
match
that
is
match. I'll place that match at number 5.
okay. Next match is Frank versus Mad Mask. The recent one.
All right.
Now you have one, two, four. So that's the challenge, right?
I'm putting that at 4. They're gonna get
Okay.
better from here. It was a
So
good
based on
match.
your ranking, that's better than Hermes
It,
versus LeBron.
I agree. It was a better match. It was more entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand by Levon and Hermes probably no matter what comes out because again I believe the match was over at 4. It was a
Okay.
dramatic ending and everything, but we were playing for no stakes at that point.
All right. Next one is Michael Todd versus Jerry Cataract, WAL 2019.
2,
Two?
2.
Oh, that was a great match, actually.
I loved it, and I loved all the drama, and I loved all the hate and weirdness that it got because of the drama. I
Yeah.
loved of the raw, like unedited responses. That was a representation of like two people who really cared.
Yeah.
I love that match.
Right. Now your number one and number three. Next match is Devin versus Michael Todd, WAL. This very second time they met. So it was not the one in Dubai, the one before.
Yes, 3, 3 because I believe you got a good one coming out for one. But I that's tough. I think it could be a weird one for the last one coming out. I might want to invert the last two, but I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Right. Well, by default, your best armors match is Dave Chiffy versus Vitaly Valatin.
Nah, I'll take that. I love
Yeah.
that.
So that's your best match.
I stand
Uh,
by my ranking.
yeah. This is actually a good list.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I love that. And I'm very partial to Dave Chapin because I like the way he carries himself. He's also a Pennsylvania boy, and that win during his career at that point was so important, and so many people behind him, and the way he won it in a fashion that he's never won a match was super epic.
yeah, with the storyline with Dave Chaffee, that was a big part of it, right? He was
Yeah.
losing, and he finally got a win through this match, which is one of the best in recent years. Actually, it's
Mm-hmm.
probably the best in the past few years, right?
Yeah, and now you see what Vitaly's doing right now, and that win aged really well for Dave.
So I want to keep going. Um, the best hope pullers, right? This list is on the best hope pullers.
Okay,
Your first one is Matt Mask.
5.
Okay.
Matt, he shouldn't be
Yeah.
on that list.
Okay. That's your first one.
It's the
That's
easiest
your
one.
fifth one, okay? Second one, Sasho Andreev.
Two,
Two. Why?
two. Because all weight considered, we're talking about a guy who has beaten Krasimir on multiple occasions. He's an 85 kilo guy. He essentially only hooks. He basically never gets toppled by anyone in his class at all. And he almost never gets out in dirt. I believe that even with, his body of work right now, being a young guy, he already ranks that high.
Right. Your next arm wrestler is John.
John,
Yeah.
mm,
Definitely better than Matt.
yeah, we're going to put John. I'm John is such a wild card because how do you not put him number one? And John's, pet move against anybody that wanted to top roll him for so many years was just grab him low and hook him because he had the wrist flexion, finger strength, and everything. He could just turn these guys. I got to put him one because
One.
his hand and everything he's done throughout the years and how many matches he won in a hook. He's not a pure hooker, but he probably is the best hooker.
Okay. Good choice. Marcio Barbosa.
Four.
Four.
Yeah, he's very good. He does pull with that European side pressure style. Marcio, I think, given the opportunity with most people, he's one of the most versatile arm wrestlers. He'll force the hook when it suits him, but I think if he can win in the top roll, he will. And yeah, I think 4-6.
Right. Paul, your number three best hooker is. Okay,
Rustam Babadi.
what
Rustam.
is it, Paul?
Huh?
It is Rustum.
Yeah,
Rustum.
that's
Yeah.
the thing. I'm weird about where John came out and Rustam and Sasho because Rustam, in my opinion, in hindsight, pure hooker wise, probably the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably the best. So I
That's
don't
a
think
decent list. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
decent list.
I would switch a few things if they came out differently.
Yeah. All right. Next one is the best pound from pound. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Your first choice is Engen. Where do you put him?
First.
Pound from pound?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your second is John. Where do you put him?
Second.
Second. Oleg Zoc.
Third.
Third.
Matter of fact, I'm putting him fourth because he only pulls one arm.
Right.
He only pulls
But
left arm.
if it was left arm, would you put him at one?
If it was left arm, I would put him at no, he would be number one if it was left arm only.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So your next one is Ryan. Ryan Bowen.
Pound for pound?
Yeah. Pound for pound. So you have
Five.
third and five.
Five.
Okay. All right. Your default number three best pound for pound is Devin.
He's a super. He's a super.
And
I would have liked Cobra to pop in there. Cobra would have mixed things up. Some guys like Cobra,
yeah.
Svetlana Kuchevsky,
Yeah.
Patton, some of those old school guys would have mixed it up. I think Sasha could make that list too. I think
Yeah.
Samusha right now could be like that guy, maybe number two.
Right. So, okay, how would you, okay, pound for pound can mean a lot of things. What
Yeah.
does it mean to you? Like, is it
To
more
me,
recent
to, to
or
me, it
throughout
means
history?
it's the award to exclude all of the super heavyweights that everyone hold. Like let's be real. Like everyone has said it over the years. Like arm wrestling, fighting, these things, they are driven by the super heavyweights. So those of us in the lighter weight classes, we really are always battling for second fiddle. So that's
Yeah.
the award for the non-super heavyweights.
Yeah.
And I think it should be like valued even more as the weights go down. That's why, people talk pound for pound in boxing. You hear things like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, you hear Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. You hear the much lighter weight classes. I think quite often the middleweights and those guys can get passed up in that, but I think John fits that category too. I think he's one of the few people at his weight who can fall into that category because of how dominant he was able to be over the years against the true super.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it does. You know, there's more competitions too, right? In the lighter
Yeah,
weight class, right? You
for
can be
sure.
big and you can beat anyone lower than your class, but there's not
Well,
much, you know.
that's the beauty of it. And like you hear the stories about Cobra Rhodes going all over the place, all over the country to all the money tournaments and winning every class in the overall. Like a
Yeah,
guy who can do that over the years consistently is a weirdo, you know?
yeah.
Like those guys, the Cobra, Dave Pattons, Engen Terzi, those guys all have done that. Engen has wins on everyone outside of his weight class.
Okay. Now I really want to hear your opinion on this. We're gonna do another a final ranking, and this is the GOAT, greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what Pauline thinks about this list of arm wrestlers. Okay, first
Okay.
one is Devin Larry.
The
What do
GOAT,
you put him?
like, so we're ranking them for the GOAT.
Yeah, for the GOAT, 1 to 5,
3.
3. Okay.
3.
Your next arm wrestler is Engin,
5.
5. Now this is an interesting one. This Crazy George, Canadian.
4. If I had it to do again, I would have Engen at 4 and him at 5.
Okay,
I think he's too. I think he's too.
interesting.
I think
Yeah,
he's a very important figure in the arm wrestling community, but his move was too finite. He was very dominant for many years, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't do with him.
Obviously, this one you're gonna get it right. Where do you put John?
Number one.
Number one. That's everyone's pick.
Yeah, it's a no brainer.
That's the default. All right. So your default number two GOAT is Ryan Bowen.
Oh no! Why we got the zingers in there? If I knew a fake one was coming out, I would have put it.
Yeah.
I
So
would
that's the point of it. Like you have to kind of like guess. Okay,
have.
I know what's coming. It's a randomized names.
Okay.
So yeah. Well,
We
you
got.
did great. You did great. At least you got John at first,
Mm-hmm,
and all the other guys are reasonably
mm-hmm.
to in there. So that's great. How do you like it? Fun?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, Paul, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And again, like I said, I've been a big fan of you.